You are streaming CBS Sports HQ, and as we take a look at the Power 25 from MaxPreps, no changes to the top 10, and everything leads to later this month. Mater Dei and St. John Bosco on the 25th. The question is, will both teams still be undefeated in that one? Well, it is time to get your popcorn ready. Zack Poff is here joining us, MaxPreps analyst and editor. Zack, great to have you, buddy. First off, let's talk about your game of the week, and it's out in Texas.
Yeah, Texas football, man. And you got to love it when district play finally starts in the great state of Texas. And the game of the week features two of the best programs, Southlake, Carroll, and Denton Guyer. This is going to be a big game because the winner of this game will win that district. And what that means is you're going to get a better playoff seed, and you're going to avoid teams like Katy or any other team in the top 25 like Duncanville or North Shore, the team that won it all last year. Now, looking at Denton Guyer, man, they got a straight stud quarterback, Eli Stowers. He's a 2021 Texas A&M commit. He's been putting on a show this year. He's got nearly 1,500 total yards of offense, 14 touchdowns, and he can beat you with both his arm and his legs. Now, looking at Southlake Carroll, though, they got a big-time quarterback. He's only a sophomore, and he's been putting on a show, too, Mr. Ewers. And Southlake Carroll is a program that's produced big-time quarterbacks. Guys like Greg McElroy came from Southlake Carroll, Chase Daniel, who's now the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears, with Trubisky going down, Kenny Hill, and their current head coach, Riley Dodge, was actually the first MaxPreps Player of the Year in 2006. So they've had some big-time guys, but Ewers has done a phenomenal job as the quarterback, being the leader of this team, because R.J. Mickens, a Clemson commit, has been out with the injury this season, and Quinn Ewers has really took on that leadership role, even though he's only a sophomore.
All right, so that is a look at that game, and you mentioned what Jimbo Fisher's getting and his guy. It's going to take an extra year, 2 years. You mentioned 2021 for Eli Snowers there. Who do you think is going to win this game? Who do you think is going to get the advantage that you say is very important here?
That's why I love jumping on with you, Tommy, man. You always put me on the spot, and I'm going to go with Southlake Carroll. I think it's going to be a close game like last year. Last year, Southlake Carroll scored on a trick play. We saw Blake Smith catch a touchdown. They ended up winning 33-29. I see the same type of score. Give me a one-score dub for the Dragons, though.
All right. Honorable mention to Northwestern and Central over in Miami. Also American Heritage and Cardinal Gibbons out there here in South Florida, not too far from where I'm at right now. Okay, how about the best league in high school football? Those are MaxPreps words, not mine. That begins in Southern California and the Trinity League, and involves number 2, St. John Bosco and Servite. How do you evaluate this one?
I strongly believe St. John Bosco and Mater Dei are going to be undefeated when they play each other on October 25th. Servite's been playing really well this year, though. Been super impressed with what they got going on. They're a super young team, so they're just going to keep getting better and better. And going up against a team like Bosco is only going to make them better. They have one loss this year. It came on the road in Vegas to a top 25 team in Bishop Gorman. Outside of that, Servite's played outstanding football. Last week, they handed Sherman Oaks Notre Dame its first loss of the season, so they're playing really well. But St. John Bosco is a different animal. DJ Uyunglele, number 1 quarterback in the country for a reason. Then on defense, man, they're lights out, led by Court Williams, an Ohio State commit. And remember the name, John Vaughns. He's the younger brother of Tyler Vaughns, receiver at USC. He's one of the most underrated players in high school football. Dude is a straight savage at the safety position. He's going to be one of the best defensive backs to come out of California for sure.
All right, guys in the back, let's bring up the top 10 again. And I mentioned things have been unchanged. We have no movement here, Zack, and you referenced there St. John Bosco and Mater Dei. Outside of the top 2 in Southern California, if one of those teams we know is going to lose later this month, when you project forward out of the IMG Academies of the world, the Duncanvilles of the world, who do you think can take that opportunity and maybe challenge the winner of that 1-2 matchup?
IMG's got the best, but I'm going to be real with you, Tommy. Mater Dei or St. John Bosco, they're clearly the top 2 teams in high school football. I'd be shocked if either one of them had more than one loss and doesn't end up the season number 1. But IMG's in the best position. They're undefeated. They got some quality wins over top 25 teams, and they got a date with St. Francis Academy, who's number 5. And we saw what Mater Dei did to them. So if they can maybe beat St. Francis Academy more than Mater Dei's 34-18 win, And who knows? IMG and Elias Ricks, they got a shot. But modern day Bosco, they're in a good place right now.
Got about a minute left to go. How about a school outside of the top 10? Give me a sort of a sleeper program that should be really people should be talking about right now that you can shine a light on.
Oh man, this is tough, but I'm sorry, I'm going to go with the team at number 10 though, and that's the Katy Tigers. Gary Joseph, man, you want to talk about a big time high school football coach? You got to talk about Gary Joseph. They had a huge win to start the year against North Shore, the defending national champs and also the defending state champs in Texas' largest classification. I'm rolling with the Katy Tigers, and I tell you what, I talked about John Bonds being the most underrated player in California. Ron Huff, running back for Katy, most underrated player in the state of Texas. Get your popcorn ready for Mr. Huff, baby.
All right, Zack Poff, nobody better, breaking it down as always. Love the weekly chats. Catch you next week. Butter up that popcorn, baby. Friday Night Lights, top games across the nation. I had mentioned Northwestern and Miami, that one on Friday as well. American Heritage and Cardinal Gibbons, QB1 fame. When we come back,